Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Laura and this is Small Stuff Big Family. Today we're taking you on a full tour of our farm. We had this requested a couple of times, so I'm excited to be able to show our full farm to you today, all the property, the animals, so stay tuned. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy it and subscribe if you haven't already. We'd love to have you here. First, we're going to head to the back field back behind our house where we are planting our first pumpkin patch. So let's go and check it out. We're following my husband there on his tractor. This is our first year giving a pumpkin patch a try. You'll see later on in the video that we ended up planting 80 hills worth of pumpkins, which is quite a lot. This is just my husband getting it first started, tilling it up, and then we'll come back and check on him a little bit later and see the progress that he makes later on in the day. But I'm so excited. I hope that our pumpkin patch does well. I would love to be able to bless our friends and family, let them come out this fall and pick out their own pumpkins right there out of our backyard. Now we're just a little bit further back in that same field, but on the other side of the hill, so you can no longer see where the pumpkin patch is. My husband's still over there on the other side of this field working. The cows do go in this area of the field to graze occasionally, and then here comes Murphy, our big lab, trotting down the hill. So from this angle, you can kind of see where we're at. Again, we're like kind of out of that field, getting ready to go into the next one. In this area, we've got a building where my husband keeps the tractor supplies and a really nasty, dirty pond, scummy pond that the dogs love to jump into and get really dirty. And then here's a few of our mama cows with their babies relaxing in the shade. That white one's name is Snow White. Some of the others have names. My daughters are better at knowing their names than I am. Next, we're going to head back into this back part of the field. We've got more cows that you'll see back there, and this is where we also keep most of the hay that my husband just finished baling with the first cut of hay for the season. Next, let's head back into, I guess we'll call this field number 2. I don't know. I don't think my husband really has names for them. But the dogs always like to run along with us when we're going on the four-wheeler rides. We're going to head back to this tree line because there is a really cool little creek that I'm going to show you where my husband has brush hogged all the weeds and got them down so that we can get back there in the creek bed. First, here's the view from that back tree line looking forward, so you can get a really good view from this spot of some of our property. If you drive along the tree line to the other corner of this back field, there's like a little dried up creek bed. We have not gotten a whole lot of rain right before I filmed this video, so the dogs are just kind of wandering through that dry creek bed. But then here is a view from the opposite side of that same back field. So it's quite a lot of land, plenty of room for the cows to roam and graze, and he switches them from one field to the next as they need it. It's a pretty good life for them. Let's check back in on my husband. He is still plowing away on our pumpkin patch, and he's enlisted the help of his nephew and one of his nephew's friends. They are working on disking up the land, get it ready for planting. Looking to the right side of the pumpkin patch, you'll see another small little pasture. This pasture you can actually see out our daughter's windows on the side of the house, so it's directly next to our house, this smaller area. We're going to have some new animals coming to this area very, very soon, so make sure you stay tuned. It's super exciting. Heading back to the front of the house, so there's our house there, and then this is a field directly in front of our house. We do have the cows in this area sometimes. It's a smaller field, but they'll go in there occasionally. And then this is our big barn with all the little corrals that the cows will come in to be worked on for many, many reasons. I will spare you of some of those, but most recently he had them, some of the babies up there to like give them their shots and put the tags on them and things like that. And then this is another good view of the fields right in front of the house. Daddy's gonna work on them, or if they have to get milked. Honey, you got a little dirty. I don't know if it's cow poop or dirt or both.
Cow poop.
Ew.
What's up?
Dad put cow poop on you. When the sun goes down, the cows come out of their hiding places in the shade, and we can check on them and see if the ones that are expecting have had their babies, which is what me and my stepdaughters are doing here. Oh, is that? There she is. She's right by Snow White.
There's Lexi's cow.
See her with the big old bag over there?
Yep, no baby.
And that must be Snow White's baby right here, 23. So this is that creek area that I showed you at the back of the one field. We have this little gate here that we open it up whenever we want to come back here. My husband brush hogged this entire area. We want to bring the tents down so that we can go camping back in this little space. It's nice and cool with lots of shade. The water is really cool from the creek. There wasn't a ton of water in it this day that we went down there, but it's rained a lot more since, so I'm sure that the water is flowing a little bit better now.
Oh, you're back.
Look at Howdy.
Did you get that on camera?
Kind of. Paisley got in the way. Ah! Howdy!
Hey, how long have we been here? And it's a shortcut. This way is a shortcut, Mom. I'm just gonna keep it. It was a frog.
So this is our front yard. You've seen it many, many times before. There's our cattle trailer over there. That little small building is supposed to be like a little garage. We mostly use it for storage. My husband has a lot of stuff. Pretty much all of these buildings out here you will see like filled with my husband's stuff. This is our flower bed that desperately needs to be weeded again. We did this once already and the weeds just grew back. We also need to cut our grass. That hanging pot up there looks dead as can be. This is our favorite bush. This is like a little butterfly bush that we planted. It blooms closer to the end of the summer, beginning of fall, which we wanted. We planted it specifically right before our wedding almost 2 years ago. And it was bloomed on our wedding day. So, because we had this is actually where we got married. I guess you probably don't know that. I don't think I've really ever shared that on the vlog. So when we got married, we had a bunch of like pallets. I'll insert some photos, but we had pallets and like a little stage made out of pallets built right here in between these two trees. This window right here is our master bedroom. And then, yeah, so this is where we stood when we got married. And we had like chairs that we had rented from the girls' school. So we had all the chairs out here. We had like a little burlap aisle that we made. So this is basically our backyard. So this shop, it was the only building that was not originally there when I first moved in. My husband and I decided we wanted to build that after I moved in and use it for our wedding. I'll show you everything that looks like inside in just a little bit. Here's more of that side pasture, the water tank the kids swim in, the garden. Here's our little fire pit where we have many bonfires right outside our shop as well. So here is the inside of the shop. We still have the lights hung from our wedding. Let's see if they'll come on. Are they on? There we go. So when we had our wedding, we just had those lights on. None of this was here. This was all like brand new. We specifically built this for our wedding and then knowing that we would also be able to use it afterwards. These dogs will not stop. Hey, quit filming here. Anyway, but we had like all the tables and chairs like in this back area here. Again, I'll put some more photos in. And then these are the speakers that we purchased on Amazon. We used those for the speakers, like to make announcements and to play our music. And then we sat up here. We had 2 tables up at this part of the building. We had like a little photo booth area in the back corner. We had like the beverage station over here, like our little table with all the booze and soda and all the other drinks. And now this is just kind of like a catch-all. It's kind of messy. It's really messy right now with all my husband's like work stuff mostly, and all his tools, the kids' bikes and scooters and wagons and ride-on tractors, all the things. This is just a little outhouse. We call it the shed. It's got a bunch of random crap of my husband's mostly. This is our deep freezer, so we keep all of our, we do keep a bunch of food out here, like most of our meat and veggies. Those things stay out here. And then we call this the outside fridge because this is the fridge that stays outside. So we have like extra boxes of waffles, some of that bread that you saw earlier we already put away in here. We've got popsicles, some ice cold packs. We've got a bunch of Powerade Zeros out here. Our soda we keep out here. There's a watermelon, stuff to make s'mores. This fridge needs to be cleaned out. It's very dirty and disgusting. Sorry about that. Our extra like almond milk and coffee creamers and things like that. And then this is like some medicine for the cows. We keep that outside as well. So that is this building. We have this play set. So it's looking a little bit rough here. Our play set's looking pretty rough. The kids don't use it all that often. They'll come out and swing and maybe slide for a few minutes and then they're done. We've got this little storage building out here. Sometimes you see mice whenever you open it up, so just beware for that. Oh, no mice. We keep all of our Christmas stuff out here. We've got life jackets. I think some of my husband's fishing stuff he might keep out here too. I'm not positive. Just some more like outdoor play equipment. Some of this stuff really needs to go and be sold. Like some of the stuff we did used to have in the kids' rooms and we obviously don't use anymore. I thought my husband was going to sell it, but apparently it's still sitting here. So more storage stuff out there. I honestly don't know what's in this building. It's like, I believe these 2 buildings here are mostly farm stuff. And then of course you guys have seen our chicken coop. So we've got this side over here for the big ones. And normally it's got that little small door there so that they can go outside. It leads into this little area over here. But right now we keep that little hole blocked off because we've got the baby chicks over here. Baby chicks are getting bigger, but they're still not quite ready to be completely mingled with the older chickens. They've like met each other, but we don't really feel comfortable putting them together just yet. I'm waiting for them to get a little bit bigger. Here is kind of over to the side of our chicken coop. We used to have like this chicken run over here, but it's just kind of like it got tore up and it's junky. My husband needs to either fix it or probably we can just tear it down or fix it one of these days when we have the time. But there are 2 like other little buildings. You can't hardly see them through the weeds, but there's like a little building back there. Yeah, you can't really see the other one, but there's another building back this way too in the woods. In the fall, obviously right now, the weeds are like way too high for the kids to go back there and play. The dogs still will randomly hear something and go running off into the woods to chase things, but the kids, like when it's like fall or like a warm winter day, when like all the plants and grass are dead, the kids will go back in the woods and kind of wander around and explore. There's another little building out here. I don't really know what's in it. More farm stuff, I guess. And then back here is like the back part of this field over here. So we've got another little field back here for the cows to go in. Looks like they're all in that front section up there right now. And then this is the, what do they call this, KK?
Something where like you get to feed the cows, like the thing.
A silo? Is that what they call that thing?
I don't know.
Is that what you guys call that? A silo? where you keep the feed. Feed.
Well, all I know is that we keep the feed in there, and
That's
the
where
thing on top, that's where we get our feed from. They have to, like,
They pour it in
lid
through
off.
there. Yeah, they take the lid off of the top and then pour the feed in through here. If I open this up, the cows are probably gonna think that they're gonna get fed.
I'm already up there watching.
I know, yeah. The cows are thinking they're getting fed and they're not, but
See, we use the shovel and the broom we use sometimes to get the dirt out. I don't really know what we use the broom for, but the shovel we use to fill up the bucket.
I think the broom I think is like to sweep the feed like out of the cracks to like sweep it back up into the pile so you can scoop it with the shovel.
Or
I think.
like that we can use the broom like to sweep it up and to help make one big pile.
Yep. So here's all the feed for the cows in this little building.
That has to keep it up like that so the mice don't choose the rest.
Yep. That mice probably really love to get in there, don't they?
It's gonna be.
Look, he thinks he's gonna get fed too. It's not time. False alarm.
They even made their own little.
False
path.
alarm. Don't come all the way up here. It's not time, buddy. Oh man, you're gonna walk all the way over here for no reason.
Maybe the exercise. They made their own path. Like they don't like
I see that.
They don't get in the grass anymore. They like to go they just like to stay on the path.
I see that. They made their own little trails back there, didn't they?
Yeah. That tunnel Phoebe goes in there. One time she was barking. I guess she found something
Oh, yeah.
in that tunnel. And we thought like there's another dog inside the feeder. We opened it up. And here comes Phoebe with all that she already has some of that on her, but all that dirt.
That's she gets all the dust on her face
So
from.
I think we would have to open it.
Can you open it? You gotta slide it open. Come on, muscles.
I can't.
Pull. Pull. This is our big barn right here in the front of our house. I'll show them around inside the barn. The lighting is really dark inside of the barn. There's not a whole lot to see there, honestly. Some more farming equipment and supplies, and then we have just a few little small stalls. That front one will keep like mamas and their baby cows in there when we have baby calves that are born in the wintertime.
Here you can just walk. You can go under here, go under that. Then
You have to crawl underneath.
Then you can even walk on top of it. Right? You can go right there. You can, like over here. And then
Whoa.
that was not beautiful. Anyways,
We just got a whole bunch of these square bales
Yeah.
delivered,
We might-
so. All right, head back down. There goes a cat.
the cat. Howdy.
Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty cat.
Howdy's just gonna stay up here.
What are you doing? I hope that you guys enjoyed getting a full tour around our farm. If you want to see what animal we are adding to our farm family next, be sure to subscribe and hit your notification bell. That will be the very next video. I will see you guys again next time. Have an amazing day.